And we're live. Let's turn off this jazz.
Wow.
Ooh, that's not it.
You're saying you hate jazz?
I love jazz, dude.
What? Would you say jazz?
But you know what? Jazz is a 4-letter word. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the ZUDECAST number 63.
Hello.
What's up, fellas?
Man,
How's it going?
going good.
Yeah, we back at it. We took a little break for the new year, did a little bit of, housekeeping. We got these lovely Walmart curtains up. I got my James Brown High as a Kite 1980s interview glasses on. I'm ready to fucking roll, baby.
We have special guests in the house
Yes.
tonight, do we not? Let's take a look here, gentlemen. We have Zach Waters here and the Zach Waters Band, ZWB, bro.
ZWB.
How the fuck are you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, definitely. Very exciting stuff. We're getting freaking new guests in the new year. We fucking booked ahead, man. Got our shit together 2023, bro. Yeah.
Our shit is booked, baby. It feels good. It feels good inside to have a Google Calendar with things on it. And there's like, we got the next 4 weeks all booked up, baby. Supposing nothing unfortunate happened.
Right. So we have, who are you? What's your name? Yeah.
I'm Chris Paisley. I am also known as Crispy Grooves.
Yeah.
And, we're out here doing this YouTube thing. We're doing the music thing. This is going to be a music heavy ep. We're going to be talking gear. We're going to be talking debauchery. We're going to be talking, I don't even know, dude. And then, of course, we got...
it's your boy Adrian Grody, Eli Garcia. I make comic books and spit the freestyle rap music every now and then, I'm not cool. But anyways, across the boards here, we got the freaking, Christoph here. Come on, what you got? Who you guys doing over here?
What's up?
Who are you?
Christopher Martin. Play keyboards, also do real estate. So, hit me up if you want to learn piano or buy a house.
Or do some taxes.
Buy a house and play piano in it.
There you go.
Oh God, yeah. Of course, you guys know me. I've been here since the beginning of time. But we also got some decent fellas over here who should probably introduce themselves as well.
Yeah, we got the real fucking rock stars in the building. We were just blasting some of y'all's tunes before the show, and it's ripping. You guys fucking
Thank you.
rip.
These guys rock for real.
Thanks, man.
And so y'all just put out a new album. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's get that out of the way before we get in too much of the crazy zone. The debauchery zone. The fucking Yeah, just before the podcast, even we were talking about some of the crazy shit y'all have been getting up to. So let's fucking get it started, shall we? What's your guys' album called?
Yeah, so it's our first big record that we did with the producer and had engineers. We recorded in Oakland. The album is called Up and Running, and to us it means he tells it really well, but when we first started making the record, it was we wanted to share the story of kind of like a band trying to make it. And we like cars and motorcycles, and, a lot of that's in the lyrics. And it's not what kind of band we are, but, tying to up and running, as a band kind of, and then as people, getting up and running, that feeling you get and fire inside you, a little fireball in you.
It's about the hard work. It's about kicking something off the ground and keeping at it,
Would you say it's about drive? It's about power.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Okay. So first of all, Christoph over here introduced us to these fine gentlemen.
Yes. So I know Zach from I met him in an alley one day. No,
Waving a hatchet.
I believe it.
So both as musicians, we do what we can to get better at what we do. So we're both music teachers. We work at the same gig in that regard, and we became best friends really fast because we're both into rock and roll music, rock and roll lifestyle, and all that stuff. So we were pretty buddy at work, and I said, "Hey man, you're a cool guy. Let's get your band up here. Let's get into the ZUDECAST. It'd be a fun episode." But it's not about me. It's about you guys. So I wanted to ask, what is ZWB? Like, if you could describe it, what made you guys want to start this project?
Well, I would say, Zach, that kind of starts with you, man. You're the original seed here.
Well, ultimately, it was just I mean, kind of necessity.
He's pulling out the JMO to talk about this. I was like, he's got a story. He's going, oh shit.
No.
Well, you know,
It's a long story.
you need what you need, but
Yeah.
basically out of necessity, you know, I can't really do anything else. So music was the answer to what to do with the time, you know. And as the thing, would you like?
Yeah. Sure.
As it was all unfolding and, you know, meeting Grayson and establishing what the band is, it's the reason is to escape the mundane, and that's not just for me, because I think everybody at some point has that Groundhog Day, you know, that movie with Bill Murray, you know,
The goat.
But everyone has that feeling where at some point, no matter what you're doing, even if you might love it, that at some point it just can feel the same every day. And we all need something to take us away from that. And so like ZWB, you know, we're a little rough around the edges, but you know, we're always our fucking selves, man. Like you come to a show, the same person we are on stage to the same person drilling your JMO. Like we're always the same. And I think I can't stand the faker shit. And so that's what makes us, I think, genuinely different. Is that we're always the same.
Exactly. It's part of the attraction, and I think part of what helps the connection with the people at the shows in particular is we are who we are. You guys who are you are. You know, you can talk with people and have a good time, and you know that's what it's all about.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome, dude.
How would you guys describe your music to someone who's never heard it before? So like what kind of box would you put yourself in supposedly there? If you had to kind of break it down simply, like what would you say your own guys' style is?
I always kind of throw out a loose, like, it's kind of 70s, 80s inspired rock stuff. So
It is retro party rocking at its core.
So you would define your music as party rock?
Not everything, but and especially in a live sense, our shows.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. And you would say that you are in the house tonight. Correct.
You caught me red.
And also, you could even say that we are going to laugh our asses off. Is that correct?
That's
Zach?
correct.
All right. Just getting that out of the way, just clearing the water.
The Zach
Party rock. Cleared the Zach water. Hey, let me say this though. Never stop and never apologize for party rocking. Okay? Just keep that in your heart.
that's the truth.
All right. Anyways, go on.
I am not sorry.
Never apologize.
So you said like no, for real though, like some 80s. I was getting some kind of like swamp rock, southern rock vibes going on, like some Guns N' Roses or a Mississippi Queen sort of vibe going too.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix influence is really present too. We're big fans of that over here too. So we're fucking vibing earlier when we were getting everything ready earlier. So you guys are fucking sick for sure. What instruments do you guys play, and when did you start playing them? Like, you play guitar and sing, right?
Yeah, I guitar and I sing. I guitar. But yeah.
How long you been doing that?
I started playing guitar when I was 10. So I'm 23 now. So 13.
13, lucky 13. There you
Hell
go.
yeah. It's a young man's game.
Yeah. No, similar. I started guitar as well. It was like way early on, like first stack of guitar, like 6 years old, 7 years old, you know, smoking the water. But then, as time went on, I moved on into, I learned how to like read music and did jazz and stuff like that through saxophone,
Oh, sweet. Nice.
And then, bass drums and vocals and stuff like that too. So,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you guys like go to school like to like take like vocal lessons and stuff, or like did you like were you like in band and you just said you learned on saxophone and stuff too? Were you in band at all, Zach? Or
I wasn't. I forget if you did band. Did you?
Yeah, through high school and middle school. Yeah.
Nice.
What's funny is we graduated different years, but we went to the same high school and we were part of a music project that his class, if I'm not wrong, started. And by the time I came out, that director was kind of making his exit. So I think I saw the final thing that they had started. And so we always had that kind of connection. I had actually met him. I don't even know if you remember. It was like years ago at an open mic. I was probably like 15.
My open mic?
Yeah, your open mic. I had short hair. You probably don't remember, but I came in as a duo with this other dude.
Did you used to rock like a bandana?
I did. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I was bandana.
No, not knocking.
No, you're good. This is funny. That's how distinct.
This is all funny.
Yeah, what kind of fucking dweeb would rock a bandana like that? You know what I'm saying?
Depends on how you pull it off.
Man, am I tripping or is this camera's like mirrored, huh?
The whole thing is mirrored right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, everything's topsy turvy. It's backwards mode, but that's
so
okay.
you could see yourself.
Take it-
And then I mirror
take a
it in
deep
post.
breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Okay, just making sure.
Now we're straight yet.
tight. What was I gonna say? Dude, so you started on a first act. Okay, what was you said your first, it was a first act guitar,
Yeah.
Grayson? And then what was your first
He was
guitar?
the first act.
Fuck yeah, dude. If you know what? If you ain't first, you're last.
Their marketing works,
Okay,
man.
Bob.
It's everyone's first guitar.
That's true. Do you guys remember Esteban?
Esteban.
Esteban. That was my first guitar. Was an Esteban guitar.
Oh.
It was essentially like a first act, but more
little
like
spice to
a little
it.
more ethnic, you know.
All right.
But Esteban, I don't know. Yeah, he had like those flamenco fingers. You can't forget.
A little caliente, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like the biggest deal guitarist on the fucking shopping channel, QWC. He was killing it. Hell yeah.
So how many is this your guys' first album or is this your second album? How many albums in are you guys on your project here on the Zach Waters project or the
ZWB, yeah.
Sorry.
Zudes with benefits.
Really trying to drive home the ZWB.
ZWB.
I went as Zach Waters band for a long time, and what that act was, it was very much a straight up blues band, and I can't lie to the blues people anymore. I'm sorry, Zach, but we're rocking and rolling, so we're going to ZWB.
How dare you, sir?
How dare!
How dare you? How dare
But
you
first
give up the blues?
album, it's our first like real album, like full length. We put, even though it's only got 8 tracks, but I think that qualifies.
It's
But
full length.
Still pretty thick.
we've
yeah.
done. I
It's
mean,
about the
we
motion of the ocean.
we've put out some singles, a live record, and so this is our first like studio compilation, I guess, album.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like to say the first real step, you know.
Yeah. Sweet. What was I gonna say?
We got a chat here. We got Mikando drums. He said, "Great show Saturday. Can't wait to tear it up with y'all
shout
again."
out to
Yeah,
Bad
there you go.
Mother Nature. They were on the show with us. The Darby's were on the show.
Excellent.
John's the sexiest drummer on the, what side is this? The west side of the seaboard.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wherever that is.
Hey, that's the next thing I wanted to ask you guys. You guys just had an album release party Saturday, this last Saturday. It's Monday. How did it go?
It was off the chain, man.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, like again, Bad Mother Nature and Darby's were with us, you know, over at the
Hell yeah.
boardwalk in Orangevale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
those
boardwalk's
guys are great.
back, man.
It's back.
It's only
It's
been back
nice
for a
too.
little bit.
Derek's done a great job with it. It's cool.
Yeah.
You got to get your bands in there, man. It's super
Absolutely,
cool.
yeah.
And they're still working on it. You know, they're doing more renovations.
Right.
and- yeah.
I probably will play the boardwalk at some point. That's probably in my future.
Put it on the list, man.
Yeah.
Good spot.
The turnout was good though. Like, you know, we knew people were gonna come, but like it's storming.
Yeah.
And, and it's in Orangevale, and we're like, fuck,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
but
and
it's
it
a
was
little
like
deep.
4:30 that day. The Sacramento evacuation advisory went out.
yeah, we were driving to the fucking gig.
Yeah, we were on the way over there.
Dude, driving and moving around has been such a nightmare like the past few weeks, just like all the storms and shit. Because I've been going up and down the 80 going to fucking Reno like last weekend and then to Truckee this weekend. This like I just got back like last night and like every single time what should be a 2.5 hour drive is like a 6 hour drive. It's fucking nuts, bro. Like all the weather stuff, like on New Year's Eve, half of the New Year's shows in Sac got shut down because of power outages or whatever. I know downtown at the Torch Club, they had like the power went out and they're like, it's good, we got battery powered amps, let's go. And then just like a bunch of horns and stuff. And but you know, we make it work. This I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like the weather in California is so fucking nice most of the time, and then it's like, hey, you know, the one time you're like, let's have a fucking album release party. It's like fucking
It's got to come
the
down.
once in every 5 years crazy storm. Yeah, it's been some weather we're having.
You know, we just bought a new van. The car market's in a shitter. Just trade them for get the canoes going in Sacramento.
Low key. That's actually a good idea. You guys just got a new van. What'd you get?
So it's new to us.
New to you.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We can take you to soccer practice and then
fuck
some.
yeah,
We
dude.
got a 2010 Honda Odyssey. That's right,
Hey,
baby. We got
nice.
the
Oh, minivan.
Sleek.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
powered doors.
Mommy?
That's
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, the Honda Odyssey. Nah, bro, it's Toyota Sienna gang in here, bro.
Yeah, well, that
It's Dodge Grand Caravan gang here.
That's
what I had.
exploded.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, fair enough.
I mean, I
beware.
had to branch out.
Actually, it's
Sweet, dude.
that's in your future.
did drive it really hard.
I imagine. Yeah, just whipping in a Toyota. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what it's all about. You guys. So you guys said you're into cars and stuff too. Like, what type of cars y'all into?
Well, I said that, but for me, it's more.
I like
so,
the idea. I like the aesthetic. Of
For me, it's more. I mean, I like motorcycles a lot. As far as
yeah.
cars, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I see a lot of hot chicks driving Ford Thunderbirds. You know, 35 to 30. You know, let's not live in the past. But
Yeah.
I like motorcycles. We needed a car for the record because like ZZ Top, you know, is a thing, and they're very cool.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Do you have a motorcycle?
I just sold it. I did have one
For the van.
for the band.
For the band.
For the
There you
band.
go.
The-
For the van.
The campaigns and everything, and like offsetting studio time, and we've been really getting into Facebook ads and like
Okay.
running testing ads. It's like I just needed that gone.
Well,
before
yeah,
I
there's just the whole thing, you know, with the Facebook marketing and the targeting and how it all really works.
Yeah.
And getting into all that stuff. You know, there's obviously the whole science behind it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know,
like,
guys. You guys said you guys are
pulling the
rock and
curtain
roll
over.
guys, but I like Honda Odysseys and Facebook.
It's 2023.
The ugly truth.
We're running a business here,
That's how it is.
and it
dude.
takes time.
we got
Gotta do what you gotta do.
we got Coco in the chat. Hi, Coco. Malibu.
Saying
baby.
hi to
What up?
Eli
Yep.
specifically. Interesting.
What's
Damn,
up?
Eli.
What's
Hey,
up?
there's 6 of us here. You know that.
What's up, Malibu?
Hello.
I had a question. So, how's the writing process for you guys? Do you guys both just come up with ideas and kind of pitch it to each other? Is it mostly one guy writes, the other? How does it work?
I'd say it's the first there.
Yeah.
It's some of the earlier stuff was obviously Zach because I came into the picture later.
Sure.
But I think the newer creative process, it's like one of us throws a spark and then we kind of just hop on it.
Nice.
And then even lyrically and things like that, it's pretty collaborative. We go back and forth quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah, as best we can, actually. And I think that's what really drives like a lot more creativity and musical elements into the
Right.
songs because we have different backgrounds.
Sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the best form of writing, honestly.
I think
Or
so.
it's like where you're just like all in the room at the same time, and you're just like, let's get fucked up and
Let's
take some Adderall and
Creative writing session, you know, like
And, you know, as the project was developing, it was hard for me to like. It was a process of like really bringing people into the creative process. But like the more I kept working with the doctor here, this fucking.
the doctor.
I really just respect him as a musician, and so it was like, who would I be to not run my ideas past this guy? Because like this guy
Thanks, man.
has, but it's the truth. I mean, because even if people would ask like who wrote what on the album, like most of it was everything. Songs like "Looking to Play," like even if you think a tune like that though, still was asking questions about arrangement. We changed lyrics at the studio
yeah, I
if
guess
the that's
true.
last verse is so. It was always like. Someone as talented as this guy, it's like, who would I be to not ask for his input? I'd be ruining my shit. Because here's a guy who can make it better, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's what it's
Exactly.
about.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
it's the conversation, man, because it's the evolution. It's like an idea leads to an idea leads to an idea, and like having the open mind for the conversation allows the ideas to evolve. Not only for music but for business and for everything else as well.
Yeah, Grayson,
And
if you
like-
want to pull that mic up just a smidge towards you.
I can also talk louder.
That's also
Double whammy
Let's
there.
go.
Yeah, that's the perfect
Podcast
combo.
practice. I'll
Hey,
just
we
elevate my volume.
We got
here.
Cole Biz. That's a really dope artist now. What's up, man? How you doing? How?
Zudes.
Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat right now. If you like the show, or even if you hate the show, go ahead and give us a subscribe.
Let us know.
Yeah, drop a
Yep.
like,
Tell
subscribe.
us you hate it.
These guys are busy. They got more shows coming up. It's not about us.
Absolutely. Well, hey, speaking of shows coming up, what's I mean, we just did the album release party, so I'm sure you guys are celebrating after that successful album release.
We have been recovering. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still drinking. I haven't gotten to the water yet, but we're getting
We'll
there.
get there.
Oh,
Your
shit.
body will
I got
force you
you,
after
man.
a point.
Celebration.
They call you Zach Waters and you haven't got to the water. I thought you was born in the water.
This is the hypocrisy.
He's got all the water he needs.
We do have shows coming up. We're not going to be back in Sacktown until, well, technically it's not. We're going to be in Roseville. We're going to be at the Opera House on March 24th.
Nice.
And
And,
I think we're hoping the Bad Mother Boys are.
We're hoping they're ready to
Yeah.
get a little crazy with us. If not,
Let's do it.
we're going to make them.
Sounds like they don't have a choice.
Yeah, and that one's kind of like a.
We're going to be hitting the road a little bit. We got some dates at the Twin Pine Casino in Middletown, and I think we're going to be going to the Hotel Utah in San Francisco, and I think we have some pending dates in Reno. We got a date in Santa Rosa. So this year we played in Sacramento so much, we really want to branch out, and it helps with our draw too, because
Yeah.
we play
Yeah.
here every other weekend. It's like, oh, we can see them whenever.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know, everybody thinks about Southern California, but like there's a lot of cool spots in Northern California, and honestly,
Yeah.
you would think, just thinking about it from like the outside looking in, it's like, well, wouldn't you want to go to like a big city where there's a lot of draw and a lot of attention? It's like, honestly, for me personally, the best shows are usually in small towns because they got fuck all else going on.
We were just
Absolutely.
talking about
Captive
that.
audience.
No, 100%. Absolutely. Like, no, they go out to the shows. It's something to
Where
do.
were we just
They're
at?
enthusiastic. Placerville. That was, well,
Well,
were in
that
few
was a
different
good
places.
example.
That was cool too.
Tuolumne.
But that's not really fair for Placerville because that venue's dope.
Tuolumne though, like we always hit this casino in Tuolumne, which is like in the middle of Yudfuck, and we fucking literally you're off the freeway
from
and
here,
then
it's
casino.
way out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we played there first time last year, a couple months ago. Like there were some bodies there. Then the last time we get like there's people wearing the shirts, and there's more people in the rockin', and it's like in these small towns they don't have anything else to do. So when something. Those are the towns that you feel they're the vibe cities. Like,
Yeah.
those people like to
The
get
most
down.
welcoming, the most fun. Like,
Especially if
typically.
there's like a severe weather event, then the audience is basically just held there hostage. Like they
some of
can't
those places,
leave
they
or
don't
else
give a
they'll die.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
they're gonna show up anyway.
Right. No, exactly. Like, yeah, playing out in like the snow and the rain and stuff lately. People do still come out. It's because you take it. We have such mild weather in Sacramento for the most part that we don't think about all the people that live up in like Northern California or whatever, the Pacific Northwest, where it just rains and snows constantly, and they just don't give a fuck. You guys,
Technical difficulties
Hell yeah.
with this beer bottle cap here. Boom, got it.
fuck
Nice.
yeah.
We got it.
That was a satisfying sound.
That was a good clink.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what have your favorite spots to play been? Like venues or just cities or just areas or
That's a good question.
I do really like Opera House.
Opera House is nice. They
gotta check
treat
that out.
us really well there in Roseville.
nice.
There's just been a lot of good venues. We've just had, over the last year in particular, we've just had a lot of really good experiences. Because we work hard. We obviously do our best to get down to make sure we cultivate a good time. But interacting with venue staffs and things like that, I feel like we're like really starting to build a network. So
Sweet.
sometimes it's not the venue, it's the people that we're doing it for.
Exactly.
The
So,
Empress Theater is always a ball in
Yeah.
Vallejo.
Okay.
There's this place in Anaheim called the Fifth that we used to do. I haven't played there in a minute, but that was a super cool place. It's like at the Disneyland Hotel. They have like a music venue on the top floor, and that was kind of cool. Honestly, a lot of the Sacktown venues have been really fun. Like the most fun we've been having. Honestly, that last gig in Tuolumne at the Black Oak Casino, that was crazy fun.
Casino gigs are sweet. I just had my first casino gig like a week and change ago in Reno, the Peppermill. And that shit was
nice,
lit, dude. It was fucking.
It's just paid to party, man.
Paid to fucking party. Like I don't even really smoke cigarettes, but when you're at a casino, I'm like, I'm buying a fucking pack. Fuck it.
Well, and the casino gigs are where it's at. Like, you know,
the money's good.
Entertainment bands, you get taken care of. It's
people
a great time.
people are fucked up. They tip a lot.
Well, they're built-in crowds.
They built-in crowd. It's almost like very high level busking, where it's just the crowd is constantly shifting.
Well,
you can just play the same song again like 2 hours later.
We like to call those like just hired entertainment gigs. Like,
yeah.
So you're there. Sometimes there's club gigs and you're going and you're really promoting who you are. And then sometimes there's some gigs where you're just entertaining people that are there.
Yeah.
And if you got to bite the bullet, at least they're gonna pay you for it. You know?
And you gotta be okay with both because it takes both. Right.
How was the casino gig in what was it called?
Tuolumne.
Where is that? I know
it's out in Sonoma.
Okay,
we can pull up a map.
Yeah,
it's
like Bay Area. Yeah. Jamie, pull that shit.
Someone asked what cities outside of town.
We'll show you.
What did Malibu ask?
She said, "What cities outside of town?" I think you might have mentioned it, but she also said, "They are lit at the casinos."
Yeah.
They are lit. Oh, okay,
Casinos are quite lit.
Oh, it's like almost near like Yosemite, kind of.
Lake Tahoe's always fucking fun.
Tahoe's fucking awesome.
I can imagine, yeah.
But part of the goal moving forward is like we want to kind of like LA proper in the Bay Area. The way we've started to build a network here, we want to start focusing on some.
We want to nest in those areas
instead of just floating around and focus on touring and trying to like hit the road and cross as much ground in between show. Like you're not networking. You're not meeting people. You're not building contacts. So part of us, our thinking is like, well, let's just go set up shop in some region for a month and go build ground out the way
like
we're doing
if we
here.
could work remote even from our jobs on our computers, right? And maybe get a residency gig at somewhere like even if we're in fucking Hollywood doing a fucking hotel and maybe we're doing jazz standards, whatever. But we're out there and now I'm at your bar every night asking to play. So like, just getting out there and meeting people. I feel like we're extroverts, so we're always going to be out there hanging out with people.
That's good.
And
but
so,
like we were saying, over the last year in particular, we're just like feeling the last few years of work kind of starting to pay off. So it's just like, okay, well, if we're starting to figure it out here, okay,
that's
like,
awesome.
The best way to expand is just like pick a spot and work it.
You guys have any like really bad hell gig stories? I'm sure everybody's got some. Hair Island. You don't have to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You don't have to call anyone out.
You tell
it. Name their names.
This is the story of Mare Island.
I'll give you this synopsis right here, man.
Where is Mare Island? First of all,
You
Mare
tell
Island.
me, man.
Utah.
It's by.
No,
Oh,
you
boy.
say you tell me.
Oh, you tell me. Okay.
Little island, man, like out in the Bay Area.
Mare Island.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
Well, we gotta hear it now.
The gig is. This is how it was told.
The ferry.
It's a ferry. Yeah. So you're playing the couple-hour trip from I forget.
It was from San Francisco, like Pier 39.
There you go.
It was a ferry, the one that would take you to Alcatraz, but it was going to Mare Island because there was a music festival there.
Correct.
So our gig was playing
On
the ferry for the trip.
On the goddamn ferry.
The morning ferry.
It was like an
to
11
the
a.m.
festival
show.
Oh wow,
to kick off the day.
that's cool. I mean, well, apparently not.
So it was like what we hit the road at like 6:30
In the morning,
in the morning to
Yeah.
get out there. We're loading in on a boat.
left
like,
our cars in
first
San
thing.
Francisco.
Smart.
Well,
Do I sense some foreshadowing?
The plot thickens, man. So we load up. We do the gig. Gig's interesting. We're getting some morning drinks. You're playing on the ocean, so you're getting used to the motion.
Mimosas.
Right?
Everyone
So-
loves a boat gig.
Fast forward a little bit. We are finished up with the gig. We're getting there, and we're starting to now realize that okay, we gotta figure out how to get out of here, right? Because we're on
on Mare Island.
So
We're hours away.
Did you guys get human trafficked? What happened?
No.
Take you to an island?
Thing, man. Not everybody in the band is a part of the booking, and sometimes information's relayed through
So
this
I
guy
had-
only.
I had misread.
I'm sure you always relay the information.
I misread the
Biggest misread ever.
the part where the booking agent said you'll need to.
She politely suggested you should perhaps drive around and drop off a car on the other side.
or have roadies?
So we unload, and when we get there, we're like, you guys are coming back, right? They go, no. This ferry's staying here all day long. Then it kicks in that we kind of made a mistake. So then it was like, okay, what we need you guys to do, because we're packing this ferry, is get all your gear off this boat now. And we're going to go park this over here. Like, good luck. We're like, whoa, hold on. So we called somebody. And then they allowed us to leave it on the ferry, and they parked it there for a few hours.
But the ferry wasn't leaving till midnight.
It wasn't leaving till
and
midnight.
it's 11 a.m. And we're all pissed.
So we're like,
And they're like, so what?
So
okay.
they got us free tickets to the concert, man. It
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Oh, hey, there you
posted all day long.
Well, that sounds all right.
But a forced 14-hour day is kind of tough to swallow
Yeah.
when it's 11:30 and it's like we're not getting back on this thing for 12 hours, and we've been up since
Dude.
6 o'clock.
You know, I'm really happy everyone just realized how dire it was and rolled with it, because as soon as I read the email and I was like, oh, I fucked up. I look at the guys and I just go, we're stuck on the island. And then Grayson's just like, all right, just this once.
You just gotta roll with it. It's one of those things. Like,
What can we do?
Well, dude, it is a young man's game.
we
looked-
haven't had a chance to tell that story very often. That's my whole point. Is like we got a good story, man. We got trapped on an island. We didn't have a choice. Went to a concert, met some people, had a good time.
If you buy that album, the story of that trip is on the fucking cover.
That's a whole
Nice.
other thing too. Yeah.
So there was no like Egyptian temple with like blood and like things like that. It was just a regular private. It's just a regular island.
It was just regular.
Okay,
Didn't have to
tight.
sacrifice
Except for this gig we had in Stockton.
Oh,
Let's hear that one.
I'll take point on that one.
No, we never played in Stockton.
yeah. First, of
They
all,
only got the Bob Hope Theater. We're not there yet.
yeah, they got no hope, man. Oh my God! Well, Stockton's not that.
Dude, Nate Diaz is going to kick your ass.
Listen, he can't.
The one well-known Stocktonites.
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of other ex-cons that are famous for Stockton.
Ex-cons
So,
and porn stars that are from Stockton.
Well, here, so that's one of our stories, man. Like, what's like the most? I mean, what? This is number 63.
This is episode 63.
Yeah.
So, what's the most like awkward cast you've had in those 62?
Yeah, any awkward
man. These
episodes?
guys- These are guys that really done
train,
it, yeah.
like train wreck. Like, what's the one that was like, oh, this one was the toughest?
We've only really had a full train wreck due to technical difficulties.
Like all the ones
I would disagree with that.
Hold on, no. I'm calling you out on that.
Like we've had some instances where we've just like covered really heavy topics, for
my
example, and then
Yeah.
at the end of it, we're just like, Jesus Christ, let's never do that again.
I think one of the more awkward things is trying to make light of a tornado that happened. I think that's the fucking.
we tend to
It was like-
downplay tragedies.
For a while we would just react to whatever is in the news. Well, because try to like make it funny, and I think the tornado. One of the best moments though I'd say is right after R. Kelly got convicted.
Oh, yeah.
We were looking on R. Kelly's Instagram just to like let's look on his Instagram, and then they took it down live while we were streaming. Clicking on a different
get deleted.
So we're
You know,
like,
I think he was changing the sheets on his bed, and he went on YouTube and saw you doing it.
dude, well, it was on his IG, and it was right after he got fucking locked up, bro. I don't know. That was a pretty tough episode all around.
Yeah.
We had another.
yeah, remember Gabby Petito?
I know we had another. Bobby's cousin. I'm not. We had another producer, and he said some wild things, and even for
That's
us,
okay.
we're like, Jesus Christ,
We
man.
said some wild things.
But this guy was just not even.
But here's the thing. For the first like 40, so I mean, most like the first year of the podcast, we pretty much didn't have any guests. Like every once in a while, we would have like someone. And so now we're just getting to the point where we're consistently starting to book guests for the show so that you guys can be accomplices to our cancelability. That's the plan. We gotta
We can help out
rope.
with
This
that.
is how it works. This is how the industry works. If you're starting out on YouTube, let me just tell you this: just rope in as many people
you
with
gotta-
more clout than you.
Yeah, do a bank
and
shot
then you
off their success.
That means a lot, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, you guys, yeah. Well, that says
You're giving us a lot of credit right
it
now.
says a lot about us.
Thank you. I
You
tell
get
shit.
you get people with more clout than you to be accomplices.
That's
and
why
then,
we're here. What are you
and then,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. So because the unspoken agreement is that like when we get in trouble, the Zach Waters band's like, hold up, motherfuckers, y'all fuck with the wrong Zudes. And then we're like, yeah,
Right.
They're like, this guy's a motorcycle, okay? Like,
This guy
listen,
is a motorcycle.
this man is a motorcycle. So you know what? Yeah.
Or they'll come
leave it
out
at
and be
that.
like, you know, I regret associating with these people, and we do not reflect the.
I would understand.
Can we make a?
Hey,
can we
thanks
make
for the
a toast?
congrats
To,
on 60.
Yeah,
And
appreciate
drums,
you.
yeah.
can we make a toast to Sacramento?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're here in
man.
Sacramento.
Man.
Put them up. I want to
dude,
just
a
say
weird little
alien
the city that is always taken care of. Oh yeah.
I just want to say Sacramento has finally found its footing as the weird sibling of California. You got San Francisco,
Yes.
Sacramento, and LA, and Sacramento's just the weird
The middle child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
the middle child of all of that, you know. So, yeah.
You know what we learned, man? You'll get your dick sucked in Tuolumne, but you will get paid in Sacramento.
Hey, we got paid pretty good in Tuolumne.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll be back in April, Tuolumne.
Fuck yeah.
Homie's like, oh, we'll be back.
Horses are out of the barn, Sonora. We're coming back.
Oh my God.
Truth.
That's the spirit, boys. You guys
That's
said
the
you were
music
get-
life.
you were getting into some antics after the old album release party. You don't have to say anything, you know, that you don't want to say,
Incriminating.
but
2 weeks max. You only need 2 weeks, and you know, no matter how much fun you have at the party, 2 weeks after, you should be good.
To recover, or
You know,
I'm gonna leave it there.
He's gonna leave it right there.
all right, all right.
I wanted to ask you guys though, what's the recommended listening order for the ZWB and the new album? What tracks are you guys most proud of?
I want to say it on 3 because I feel like we know what it is.
Let's hear it.
1, 2, 3. Right back at it.
Ooh.
Right back
Oh,
at
yeah.
it.
The synchronicity. Wow.
You guys really are a band. Let's
We
go.
knew that
Let's go.
song.
You guys knew.
Bless his heart, Michael
You should have
Rosen.
done it in harmony, but that's next time.
Bless his heart, Michael Rosen. Every time we brought a song to your ass, it was like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We brought Right Back at It, and he goes, wow, boys, you can write a song. And we're like,
Mind you, that's track
the seventh
7
song.
of 8.
the penultimate.
The penultimate, yeah.
But we can't give him enough credit. Like
Uncle Mike,
Uncle Mike, man,
Miggity Mike, Rosen.
really helped us out. His experience and wisdom went a long way, and he was a hard ass, which was perfect. That's
what you need.
exactly what we needed.
Right.
He was
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
a football coach to us. Like, there were times that
Holy shit!
I would get out of the vocal booth and be like, Zach, I'm gonna record when you're done to stop sounding like a cartoon character. Like,
God damn.
he was the one. Gray, you remember this?
Man, they were ruthless.
Do you remember this? He kept asking me. He was like, "Sing it to me like you're singing to your friend," and I was like, "I've never done that."
I wouldn't sing to
does
my
that
friend, bro. I'm not fucking gay, dude. Sing to my friend.
Just take a deep breath, put on your big boy pants, and sing like a man. It's basically what he said.
Tune your guitar
he
and I'll record.
I mean, that might be too much, man, but he almost made you cry that one time. He leaned into you so hard, bro. No, for real.
There was a time we all cried.
Single got well. That's true. Not only did you shed,
You're
a
not
tear
one of
at
those
that
single
time,
tear fucks.
My tempo. Was I rushing or was I dragging? And Rosen was that character for us, and it was perfect. It was perfect. It really
But
got-
you guys appreciated that
performance.
Needed it,
form,
man.
that form of hard, tough love that
Needed it.
got you to that next level, right?
Well, that was his whole point. Like looking back in retrospect, you kind of get a rise out of somebody, you can get a little more out of them. You can work them a little bit. So
Right.
that's
right.
the whole point.
Well, I think as far as producer, that's what he is, right? A producer for you guys. I think as far as producer goes, that role is, it's like I've seen guys that do it in two ways, where it's kind of like they're a little meek, a little timid, kind of do what you want. They just get paid. They just do that. But it's like the guys that really know what they're doing and they've got experience and they know how it's going to sound on the other end, they're kind of like, man, I need you to sound like this. Like, I need you to do this. Like you'd be, they're going to push you, right? They're going to, and that's awesome.
And that's a whole interesting conversation, you know, because I feel like the role or definition of producer, there's a couple different kinds, and it's changed in the last, you know, particularly 40 years, you know, and that's the kind of the era this guy comes from. So he's that like classic producer you hear about that like whipped the band into shape and kept them alive. Like, you know, like
when I hear classic producer, I just think Mike Dean. That's it.
It was basically it was Mike Rosen.
Mike Rosen. And Mike Pensato. Is that his name? Pensato's Place?
I think it.
Yeah. It is Mike. It is Mike. Anyway,
real quick to answer a question there. The hotel room got a little
John.
tore up.
Yeah, John. I got
the hotel room. How did it hold up?
John, have you ever heard of credit card charge?
Oh man, see, it wasn't my card. I knew better.
All you know is
We
you never
blame-
went
we-
to a hotel.
I don't feel bad in saying this. We blamed it on my drunk ass cousin. This guy was being fucking psycho, and he left. This dude hit the sauna and left his clothes and his room key to his room, and so he was walking around naked. And prior to this, I dropped a 6-pack of Modelo's in the elevator, and I threw up coffee in the other one.
oh my god,
And so,
This guy cannot hold himself together. At a certain point.
Dude.
So yeah,
I love that. Just get kicked out of the
six-pack
hotel.
Modelo's, elevator, not our problem, right? You want to know why? Because the cousin was going wild. This guy, no, this is the real story, right? So this guy, he was his boxers only, left his card in the room or something like that, stuck in the hallway, second floor, roaming aimlessly, hammer drunk, back and forth, trying to figure it all out, you know. So, but that's a family issue, you know. Like, you want to shed some light on that?
no, but
Because-
the best part was I ruined the elevators, and so like they smelled so fucking bad, bro. Nice. And in
Nothing
the
to be
morning
proud
they
of.
go, some naked guy threw up in the elevator and broke champagne, and I was like, oh, what an asshole.
Dude, he probably spilled beers too, I bet.
Yeah.
So, other than a couple highlights, you know.
Yeah, he got hot Cheetos all over our carpet too. What the fuck?
We kept it pretty tame after that. Just to
John,
the
if I
story,
could
you know.
tell you one more thing, brother, it's always have a Sharpie.
What does that mean?
we probably shouldn't get into that.
We're not. We're gonna leave it there.
Y'all are debaucherous.
They absolutely are.
Harry, definitely.
Dude, I can't even
They don't
compare to
just
that.
they don't just do the genre, man. They live the life.
Oh,
you
the
are a
genre's
motorcycle.
fucking me in the ass, dude. This is hard, bro. It's hard to go. It's hard to, you know, it can get pretty hard, but
Yeah, back in September, I think the wildest I ever got at a hotel was unintentionally when it was like the end of the night, and it was like the common area of this like old hotel that I was in September, and like they're like, oh yeah, we never cracked into that bottle of champagne that we took with us. Oh, it's like, let's go get it. We got it down from like the fridge downstairs in like the staff kitchen area. And then I just opened it like ever so slowly, just like, and then it just fucking just coom shot blasted all over the fucking common area of the hotel.
coom shot.
Yeah, it coomed. The champagne just like
full coom.
I was
Yeah, we need to know.
let's just say I was in champagne without the sham. After that, but it's like, all right, it's just funny because like you could try and play it off, be like, yeah, dude, I was just fucking blasting champagne, just living that rock star life. But it was a totally accidental thing, and I was, the entire bottle of champagne was just wasted, basically. But I literally just went to that same hotel for like the same gig last weekend, and you can still kind of see the outline of the champagne. It's like a really old haunted hotel room too.
As
It was
long as you
great.
don't throw a TV out the window, I think.
They don't have TVs in this hotel, so perfect.
They knew you were coming.
Yeah, at least not in our rooms. We got the hotel rooms for the help. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys was the hotel that you trashed related to the gig, or you just got a hotel
No comment.
Sweet.
There you go.
Dude, it's pretty rad. Like, just as someone, like, where that's happened to me a few times where you actually get put up by the gig, like, put up and you each get your own hotel room. It's fucking luxurious, dude. I love it. Fuck Airbnbs, dude. Fuck all that shit. Hotels are
gigs,
back,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Hotels are back in business. Everybody's getting sick of the Airbnbs. Too many cleaning fees. Because you can really fuck up a hotel room. Like, you can make it look.
Yeah, you can.
Airbnb, you're like,
To be
this
fair,
is
we
somebody's
cleaned up pretty good. So.
Airbnb. You're
Room
like,
service.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy, we got fucking 5 noise complaints at the last one, and they kept calling, and this guy would answer the phone and be like, "ZWB, oh, we're bringing it down. You know, we really need shut eye. It's actually 223."
You bastards.
ZWB, how can I help you? Oh yeah, we know about the noise.
You have a beautiful voice. Why don't you come on up? You know, we got this guy's got more than Advil. Strictly Advil.
Got that ibuprofen. Oh yeah, before we get off of before we get too far away from the Stockton bit,
What do you mean? We need to get away from that.
Hold on. Hold on.
Horses out of the barn. They're running. They're running down the street. You're chasing. They're running.
That's true. Do you guys know who else is from Stockton? Other than Chris Isaac. Chris Isaac's also from Stockton. You guys know
bro,
Chris?
fucking I'm familiar with
Yeah.
Chris Isaac.
And then, but you know who else is from Stockton that's in the news lately?
oh my god,
Justin Roiland.
Lord help me.
bro,
He's from Stockton?
it all
I didn't
makes
know
so
that.
much fucking sense, bro.
Hey,
like,
it could be one of those fake memes though, because I used to see like all the time. It's like, oh, the top 2% of attractive people in California all live in Stockton. Just it's a scam fake article.
who else is even on here? Yeah. Oh, neck face. That makes a lot of sense too.
Neck face.
Neck
Dude.
face is fire. The artist.
Man, dude, the greats have fallen. Justin Roiland is just beating his wife. It's pretty bad.
R.I.P. Bro. Yeah.
you guys hear about that?
Let's just talk about music.
Yeah. That kind of thing never happens in the music scene.
Yeah,
Either.
Oh no.
It's like wubba lubba dub dub.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, Stockton people.
Hey,
what are you gonna do?
that probably means High on Life's gonna go on sale. So I mean, I might get that.
Sweet. Excellent. I
Oh
know.
my god.
Yeah, season 7 of Rick and Morty never coming, bro.
Fucking Steam price just plummets.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyways,
Fuck it.
oh boy, what's cracking, boys? What's
Zudeception
going
here.
on?
Well, you know.
What's let's say this. Where's inspiration gonna come for you guys planning on are you guys constantly writing songs?
We want
Trying
to.
to.
We go through, and it's been. I can say it's been on the lineup of the band has been rocky. So I feel like the creativity drives everything, and so I feel like me and Grayson go through bouts where we'll be on the same page and we'll be cranking tunes out.
Yeah.
And then, we might be working with the guy to keep it going. And then, we have to make a change. And it's a lot to manage. We don't have a manager. Like, we kind of have agents, but like literally fucking everything falls on us. And it is so hard to run a business and keep drawing the picture. And
Right.
Yeah, 'cause
we're
we
trying
really
to find
are.
the balance.
Yeah, we're doing it ourselves. I mean, we're essentially like,
We got music up the ass though, and if we talk individually, this guy's got a fucking catalog. I got a catalog. Like there is music coming, and we have we're working on an EP,
Nice.
and we're basically there. We just we got to keep fine tuning. You can't write a song and listen to it a couple times and think it's good. So we're working on it.
and it's timing too, because we just put out this major release. So
Yeah.
for
You got
us,
some
it's-
time.
Exactly.
You gotta-
we
You got to go through the whole marketing cycle and everything,
Right,
get all
right.
squeeze all the
And-
juice out of that album that you can. Absolutely.
Even that, we're doing a lot of that ourselves too. So part of an extension of what he was saying just then is like we are hiring contractors and outfits and doing a lot of this stuff. So it's like we are very much at the center of all the processes, all the marketing, all the publishing, all of the distribution, everything, you know, all the social X, Y, and Z. So for us, it's been really cool.
I was gonna
we've-
say, let's get this
Yeah,
jam going. You know what I'm saying?
But with Grayson,
fellers,
that's the that's a cup, man.
You got some glass?
you're not.
Might need
missing
to
out.
might need to trade.
Can you grab me some?
Yeah, here. You want to?
I'm gonna see if I can.
halvesies
I'm gonna
on
grab
it?
another glass real quick.
Yeah, go grab a glass.
What Grayson's saying is the truth. It's a different game. Like, and we're really trying to fucking figure it out on TikTok and Instagram and having reels pop and having these things happen. And it's a hard game, but it's no one will take you up if you aren't proving people are into it. And so we're starting to prove it on a live basis. We're finding within 300 miles 40 people will come out, and they're going to come out because they've seen the advertisements that for some fucking reason they like it.
Yeah.
We cultivate a good time, you know,
And that's-
we
that's-
resonate with some people. Like that's what we're trying to do.
It's a
you
good
know?
time, and you know, some bands get really deep with what they mean. And I feel like, you know, if you're always having a good time, how life was, or how bad was the life, was it? And so for me, I'm like, you know, I'm thinking like, how deep does it have to be? And I was like, you know, just cutting loose and not thinking about the crazy shit that'll drag you down. Like, to me, that's enough. Because if I died with that feeling, I'd be fucking chilling, you know?
That's good, man. Music's definitely a really like one of the most you know, a lot of people go especially for live music to escape, you know, from like whatever they're, you know,
Escape
dealing with
the
the stuff, you
mundane.
know. So, you know, the fact that, you know, you guys' music has a lot of energy for sure. And I was definitely digging it when we were listening to it earlier. And yeah, I'd love to see you fucking play live because yeah, you kill it on the guitar. You guys are great. I know when I heard the bass player, when I heard you were coming on too, I was like listening for the bass too, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking filthy. So
He's stanky on the bass. Get the nastiest bass player I ever heard, dude.
Dude, can we talk some gear for a second? Can we like nerd out a little bit?
Anytime.
Dude, what do y'all be rocking in terms of like axes and amps?
What's
and
the
things
amp
like
you just got? That thing's nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank for the moment.
It's a Mark bass, but I don't.
The Mark bass,
Nice.
the little something. I forget offhand. It's nice.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
This guy's amp, it
it's a
sounds
combo.
so nice, and we pick it up to put it in the car, and this thing is so fucking light.
That's what I really
It's just the little
love.
Mark. There's the little Mark and there's the little Marcus.
Nah, that's my cousin.
Little Mark, dude.
Let's see it.
One of these little
Oh, it's not a
Combo.
head.
It's
It's
a
a
combo.
combo.
Oh, the combo. Oh, nice, dude. Dude, everybody's rocking the Mark bass. Like, it seems like I see Mark bass and like Aguilar stuff up all the time now. That's like the jam.
Yeah.
What
The
kind
Mark,
of bass?
it sounds so nice, and it's funny that I'm ranting so much about it, but it is like I'm old school. I rock the Black Star with the Marshall 410
Nice.
or 412s, and they're heavy as fuck. And I listen to this guy's bass tone, and it's fucking just it like in a good way. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds
Sounds like
it
farts
is-
in a sick way.
It's thick for sure. In all the ways it needs to be. But the point that he's really getting at is the fact that you can pick this bass up, this whole amp with like your pinky.
It's so light,
nice.
Yeah, that's what I love.
and it
about
sounds
the Mark
so
stuff.
good. It makes me
So
want to
powerful.
scream.
I'm rocking a Schecter Studio bass.
Okay.
Purple.
Studio 5.
The studio. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Purple
nice.
burst.
Specifically the stiletto. Let's pick it up. Let's get eyes on this.
Oh,
Stiletto?
the
Opinion.
stiletto.
The
What was it called
stiletto
again?
studio bass.
Schecter stiletto,
Yeah, correct.
Oh, yeah. The studio 5. Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
dude,
get
got the
let's
perp.
get a group of people. Oh, there it is.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Nice, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm a fan.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, that's
the
a
gal
sexy.
right there.
That's a
That's
sexy
sweet.
instrument
That's
right there.
So then,
You rock the 5-string?
Oh, 100%. Have
Oh,
to.
let's go.
You gotta
yeah.
have that, you know.
Especially in the trio, it really helps.
You fill a lot of space, and then one of the I use a wah pedal, a lot
Nice.
of wah pedal.
Oh,
actually,
nice.
for
On
the
your
bass
bass?
stuff.
Do you have like a bass specific wah, or do you
Yes.
just use a regular? Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
the cryberry bass. wah.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, it's got the frequency range for it.
It sounds so fucking.
Yeah, and I use it more like a filter.
Yeah,
That's how I was gonna say.
You know, more versus like a guitar classic wah sound. It's
Yeah.
more just like a we probably have a live recording where we can.
It helps with
actually give a good example of
dynamic
it.
bumps. If we're moving dynamically speaking up in a section, getting that treble in there, like that'll get you at the hotel,
Dude, there's some fun ways you can use a wah that are not like traditional, just like Hendrixy kind of like wawing like with every note, but doing like a slow like filter envelope upwards kind of to build up.
With a lot of pedals and effects, I think because somebody will coin it and niche it, like
Cheers,
either
cheers, boys.
auto tune or a wah pedal or like a talk box even. So Peter Frampton did a lot of talk box stuff, so you don't hear it very often. But like,
sure,
have you ever listened to Snarky Puppy?
Oh yeah,
and you hear that talk box
now we're
on
talking.
keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the tools can be used in different ways, and they don't have to be used the way they're established. And I feel like that's that's why I like using the wah on the bass, because you don't hear it very often. And I try not to overuse it, but the few places it's cool.
It's like kind of like an old school like Metallica kind of vibes, where they got like the little wah on the bass, like that very like 80s 90s sound.
Can I see the? I'm very sorry. Can I see the JMO?
Oh yeah.
just the whole thing.
There we go.
Let's go. Sending it.
Yeah, let's go.
We might need the tequila.
I know. Chris, I've been holding out on that tequila for a minute, man. I'm like,
Fuck it.
The tequila's in front of you.
Believe me, I'm not proud, but like that JMO was fucking half full when we showed up. Now y'all need a recycler.
bro. Dude, Jammy's the fucking shit.
I bet you
Honestly.
didn't realize we
favorite,
drink
yeah.
all your liquor, right?
Oh, that's part of the
Bro,
gig. Yeah, that's good.
But
I know Derek at the boardwalk found out.
what a true host, by the way, Boardwalk.
True host, all your booze in my gut. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
No, he's got way more. Go to a boardwalk show.
Okay, so still on the gear. Okay, so you got the Black Star and a Marshall Marshall
I
cap.
rock a fucking tiny head, a 20 watt tube head, and I have a combo. We just plugged in. We're trying to fix a Black Star. I rock Black Star because I call it the poor man's Marshall.
Yeah.
The only Marshalls I can afford are the cabs. So
Right, yeah.
but the Black Stars, they sound good. You just got to tweak them right. And I rocked a 40 watt combo for a long time, which I'm trying to fix.
HT Club or whatever?
It's
Yeah.
literally the HT Club.
Yeah. Dude, those are great. Yeah.
So the head that I
For
have,
like $400 or $500, like for the combo.
Literally-
Yeah, those are sweet.
literally got it for $450.
Yeah, dude. I worked in a music store for a few years, so
You got
and
it.
so did Bobby too. But like, yeah, like the gear obsession was fucking real for me, dude.
But for
I'm
me,
trying
it's
to cure myself.
It's the head. I can't do
Yeah.
the solid state shit.
The quality of the head.
I
makes
can't
or
drink
breaks.
Heineken, and I can't do solid state.
You gotta have good head
That's
quality.
definitely true.
But I needed the tube
You're
sound.
tube
And
purist.
Everyone in the clubs likes to cry, so you get the 20 watt because I need it at least halfway cranked because you need those tubes.
You gotta break it up a little bit.
I need a little. You can't
with the type of music. With the type of music you're doing, for sure. You gotta have some of that.
How do I put this? You can't go to a Chinese buffet if there's no duck sauce. Like you need that 20 watt half up.
Dude, so true. So true.
But because there is a different sound between a loud.
Fuck yeah.
When you want to rock a show, a midget with a butcher knife doesn't dance, does he? You gotta figure it out.
Wait, hold on. What does that mean? Hold up. If there's if there's a midget with a butcher knife, they better be fucking dancing, or else like I'm gonna be very scared.
We're very concerned.
very fucking.
I
gotta be in a good mood.
Oh my goodness.
Dinklage
Horses
going
are
in
out
for
of the
kill.
barn, Sacramento. We're on the ZUDECAST.
To the beginning and the end of your career.
Can we choose some numbers for the ZUDECAST? Like, can we get like a 201.3 ZUDECAST?
Oh,
like,
dude.
Like a radio station?
Do you guys have numbers chosen for this?
We don't.
We don't, but like we should.
I encourage you guys to figure
I think
it
I
out
know
right
what
now.
it is.
Well, you got something for him?
It'd be a little longer. It'd be the. I apologize to the goody goods. It'd be the 916.69.
There you go.
Yeah. I like it.
Can we pull up Can we pull up my guitar?
Oh yeah, dude. What you rocking? What you rocking?
It's fucking weird. It's a 2020. Sorry about the year. Gibson Les Paul.
Did you steal it?
And everybody knows I love a Long Island. It's an iced tea burst.
Oh, dude, I love an iced tea burst.
Oh, let's see. Let's see
is
what
pretty.
we got.
Dude, that's like such
It
a
gets the job done.
Classic.
Barely.
standard. Yeah.
Barely.
Man,
That
guy
what
could
you
keep
know
it
about a
tuned.
blues aesthetic?
You know that thing. When I first bought it,
nephew.
when I first bought it, it smelled like vanilla. Now it smells like Tuolumne.
Fuck yeah.
Which also smells like vanilla.
Sounds like my man integrated the anyway. Homie integrated the fretboard in lovemaking.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it rosewood?
Oh, it feels like it.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Wait, hold on. Didn't you just pull it up, man? Can we get a confirmation?
Let's take a look. Yeah,
Wait, can we-
let's get a longer
Can we
look.
save face here, Zach?
I was just
Can we
saying
call the-
I'll tell you what it is. It's
Wait,
a
you got the
mahogany.
description right there.
Oh, mahogany, dude.
She's
right there.
thick and she's.
Oh, there you go.
I know you. I know you're rocking mahogany.
There you go.
It's rosewood fingerboard.
Did you look at
that's
that
good.
first before you said that?
Can we?
No,
we call,
rose.
can we
Dude,
call
you
people
just
from
do the-
Sweetwater?
okay.
I
live
just
on the-
know, bro.
All right, props.
Oh, live
Listen,
Sweetwater
the
rep chat.
Sweetwater rep calls me.
I just
I know
watched
I
the show.
recognize you.
Listen up, Cameron. I don't need any of your advice on what gear to buy. I have a very long wish list, and it's not on Sweetwater because I'm poor.
My rep's
You know what?
name is
I'm-
Cameron.
Is yours name Cameron too? It's probably the same guy, dude.
Cameron.
Wait.
He's a
What's
nice
your last
guy.
name?
Huh?
What's your
not
last
me,
name?
Our Sweetwater rep.
No, I mean like you guys might have the same last name, therefore you like could get the same rep.
Oh, the
or
same-
like the same like
Oh.
letter, like
Alphabetical. Roberts.
alphabetical. Yeah.
Okay, Roberts.
PQR.
PQR.
Yeah,
dude.
probably in the same.
All right,
Cameron.
close enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cameron's-
Does ananybody have a wax pen?
Or
Do you have a battery? Because I have a cart.
Does anyone have a nicotine?
He definitely does not have what you
No,
suggested.
yeah, no, I do not know.
Then
fuck.
no comment.
Dirty
No.
shame.
Well, we can,
Dude,
we can survive long enough to finish the show.
Bro, I have like two full carts and none of my batteries work. I'm so pissed. Like,
Sacramento.
We're only talking about doing
I am
drugs here, man.
fiending. Come through.
It's like we don't want to send out the address, but we're tempted.
oh, we gotta get doxxed.
Man, all right. So
Self-dox.
here's the plan. We just need to make enough money on this podcast to buy a little ventilator so we can smoke cigars like Joe Rogan.
Or help me at the next show.
That's not. That's not a bad idea.
Dude, I love gear. I had to stop getting into gear for a while because it consumed my life.
Dude, it
You know,
consumed
I've
it consumed both of us for a while, and you
It
almost
did.
roped me into that.
It did, dude. I roped you in. I needed someone to be my gear
Copium.
accomplice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Fuck
guys
it.
both
We're
work
doing
retail,
tequila.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like that. That's kind of part of the game. But like, but I feel that a little bit. Like I would never consider myself a gearhead.
Well, it's because you play bass. It was easy. It's a low hanging fruit, dude. It's a low hanging fruit.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Let's do a little here.
Oye, ¿cómo va?
Oh man.
Listen, I'm gonna do a little recycle run real quick and just get some of these little bottles off.
Not a bad idea.
Keep running the show, gentlemen.
all right.
I'm gonna join you.
All right. You guys are giving me
Look at all those
tena-
bottles.
It's giving me tenacious D energy in a good way.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
You know, I've always hoped they'd follow up.
Hope that's not a
thief.
Pick a Destiny number 2, man. When's that gonna happen?
I know. You know, that's a good question, bro. I mean, they
I've always
got.
thought- Can we give an official shout out, Mr. Jack Black? Guys, let's get some news on this.
Tag Jack
please.
Black.
At Jack
Tag
Black.
is full.
Jack Black's about to be fucking.
That's great, man.
Bowser, bruh.
In the Super Mario movie.
Like for real though, like no joke, like Jack Black. I feel like I consider him one of the most underrated like rock and roll vocalists ever.
Oh, dude, he fucking rips, bro.
He's so fucking talented.
Yeah,
he does not get credit for that.
He's got the power metal vocals for like days, bro. Like
His control is off the charts.
Yeah, well, and then it's funny we mentioned Chris Isaac earlier because they recently covered a Chris Isaac song together, fucking Jack Black and Kyle Gass, and he fucking killed it, bro. And then like the song hits all these like high notes, but he hits them so well, and like he does it mostly sarcastic. He's all like, "Hey," you know, he'll do it, but like he does it very well. I don't know. I always said too, I felt like he could cover Starman by David Bowie and it'd be a sick cover too if Jack Black covered that song. I don't know. I feel like when I hear that song, I'm like, why is there not a Jack Black version of this?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I could hear that too.
He should just cover a bunch of songs because like he's just doing YouTube these days, you know. And I feel like he would just crush it. Just
That
cover,
would be amazing.
Well,
he's
cover a
such
bunch of different stuff.
I mean,
you know?
Jack Black is such a comedian through and through. But like, I've always wondered, like, man, what would a serious,
a
pure role performance sound like with a guy that has that type of chops?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever see that old
He'd kill it.
You ever see the X-Files episode with him? Like that was like one of his first his first acting credits. And he was on the X-Files back in the day, and he like had like lightning powers, bro. and he's like
Can
standing.
we pull up a photo of that? Bro?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see.
Can we get Jack Black
me see here.
X-Files
I'm
lightning
just change
powers?
seats.
Let's search this, man. Get in
Alright,
the
let's
hot seat.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on.
Lightning powers of Jack Black.
Let's keep this interesting, huh?
Let's see. X-Files, Jack Black, the DPO. Let's see.
I saw some lightning.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about right
You know what's
there.
crazy is he
looks so
actually
young. Goddamn.
He looks like a
1995.
fucking child, bro.
he looks like a
Wow.
slightly older version of the kid from Pick a Destiny.
Oh yeah, so I
Yo, for real.
think this fool might have the lightning powers, and then he was like on this. I think he helps him out. I don't remember, but yeah. See, because this fool's got fucking.
Okay, it's the
This
other
fool's
guy.
he's gonna become
the best bud's got lightning.
He's definitely not writing a manifesto, you know. Oh, look who else was on fucking X-Files too, bro.
Who is that? Why does he
Seth
look so
Green.
familiar?
It's fucking Seth Green, bro. That's
yeah.
Robot Chicken, Austin Powers.
I guess
Family Guy.
I know who he is. I just never seen his face before.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's a very
I guess
young
I have
version
seen
of
it
his
before,
face,
but-
to be fair.
Yeah,
okay,
yes, that
makes
too.
sense. That makes sense.
But he doesn't really look all that different at the same time. in his defense.
1995. Wow.
So
Yeah.
classic.
That's
I know
the
this
year I was
shot.
born.
This shot right here, though.
Same.
I wish that was Jack Black, but that's not the plot, I guess.
Whoa,
But
that's
yeah,
okay.
there we go. So it's
We
confirmed.
could just call that a
Confirmed
Mandela.
he was there.
I can't
Where
do
did they go?
I know. What are these fools?
They go
You know,
all the
hold
way
on.
to the
I mean,
recycling
It's one of
bin?
these things. When you perform as much as we do, we're used to going for a certain amount of time, then taking a break, you know, and then coming back to the show.
Yeah, it's like built into your.
It's
like,
built into it.
your
You know,
clock,
we
yeah.
can
You gotta
only
take a
go
little
so
break.
long, and then we gotta take a little smoke break. Gotta take a breather. Gotta cool off. Bring the temperature down.
He'll come back with the fire.
Yeah, he might make it back. We'll see.
I'm stealing the fucking shades, bro. I'm fucking doing it.
I feel
to
that
it.
like time cycle for me is about like 3 hours. It's like you
hours
go
is
and
a
you
good
do
number.
like a 2 hour thing and you're like, all right, it's good. It's about time.
Yo, these are just way too fresh.
I'm ready to
bro.
roll,
It's not
though.
fucking okay, bro.
Those are
It's
pretty sick.
not okay how sick
like-
these are.
Don't get lost staring at yourself in the
Bro, I'm about to just.
Bro, I need to find my shades. I want that kind of relationship.
Bro.
So I'd
This
like
is how
to
I feel.
ask-
This is how I feel when I put like the shades emoji. You know, like the fucking like.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is how it feels to
When you're
do
just
that
like-
emoji. Yeah, you're just like.
Bro.
Cool as fuck. I wanted to. We've got Grayson here. Oh, no,
Yeah.
just kidding. But I wanted to ask you why bass? Why bass? Because you said you started with guitar, right?
Yeah.
So what made you? I can relate to that because I started with guitar. Well, I mean, I took a little bit of band. I did like maybe 2 years in like high school, middle school combined. Did like saxophone.
Yeah,
and
okay.
then tenor sax. But then I went to guitar mostly, took some guitar lessons. But then I eventually transitioned to piano, and that was like I connected and resonated with that a lot more, and that's kind of what I do now.
Right.
But what made you switch to bass? What made you decide to settle on bass? At least for this project.
For this project, well, yeah, because it was funny. Because in regards to getting involved with the Zach project, like we did a little bit of demo recordings. I kind of sat in running sound, and kind of sat in as a second guitar a couple times. And then when the opening for bass was there, I definitely hopped on board. And for me, it's like bass guitar. There's so much potential overall there.
Yeah.
And in larger
Bass is
formations, in larger bands, typically the bass has to take a back seat.
Yeah.
Right.
So for a 3-piece in particular, being able to take my skills as a guitar player, take my experience as a musician, understand what the role of a bass player should be, and then be able to kind of combine the two in regards to being able to pump out much more melodic or interesting or funner bass lines. And for me, that's the challenge. And it's backseat driving. I think that's how I would answer your question. It's, I don't have to be up front.
Right.
I would say my instinct is to be a front man, right? But with Zach, I think that's why our dynamic works really, really well. Is because I don't mind sitting back with my hand on the side of the wheel, and we can let him drive. That's okay. I'll make sure we get the right direction.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
sorry.
I
I
think
was out
that's
for like 2 seconds, but like you guys usually play as a trio, right?
Correct.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Trios are kind of where it's at, bro. The power trio.
Well, and it's a lot of fun because
It's
I
fun.
feel like we, particularly because we both sing.
I'm gonna use the restroom real
and we're
quick,
able
boys.
to,
Go for it, though.
with some of the effects and things like that. Like, I feel like we do a good job of appropriately filling space as a 3-piece.
Dude, that's an art. Like the power trio, filling that space effectively as a trio. And also when you play as a trio, you get paid a little bit more.
That's true. The split, I do feel for these Sacktown bands, these like brass groups in particular that work
Which
the
we want.
hardest.
Brass groups, hit us up because we have an idea.
Oh, we would love to
dude.
do a collab with a
I know
brass group.
so
but,
many
man,
sax players and trumpet players.
These guys
trombone
work so
players and
hard,
shit,
but they
so-
show up as a group of 10. Like, I can't imagine how these
Dude,
guys are,
that's how it is
know what I
right
mean?
now with playing with the Gold Souls, man. Because like we just added a whole horn section, which is fucking
Good.
sick. And it's awesome, and it's 8 people. And for the casino gig that we did last weekend, it was fucking awesome because we all got paid right,
reasonable. Yeah.
and like we all got paid pretty fucking good. And it was for 8 people, and we all got our own rooms. I'm like, I brought my girl with me. I was like, dude, I was like, this is sweet. Yeah.
Can
The Peppermill, dude.
I want.
Gotta hook it up.
I'm sorry.
Right down the Peppermill, man.
I'm gonna speak some controversial truth for the
Okay.
Official curveball.
How could you be so controversial?
Explicit warning.
this is a fucking screwball for everybody. Because you know what?
Shit. Wait, should we wait for Christoph to come back?
Nah,
or should-
just
no,
just
that's
run.
fine.
No,
He'll figure it out.
I'm
figure
gonna.
it out.
I'll tell him.
Drop it like it's hot.
Me and this guy, like, we've been going at this shit a minute. We'll go out. We'll make $3,000 a show, and we're not taking home shit. You think I want this minivan? Like, we put everything into this fucking band because everything you make from a show, you need marketing. And a lot of these fucking people, man, they'll tell you they'll market you, but they'll just take your money and go on a fucking jog with their chihuahua. Like, bro, like, we're so done with that shit. Like, it's not as glamorous as it seems, and it's hard, but you know what? Like, we're doing it right. And the thing I said before, like, we don't change who we are. I'm not about going on stage and acting like some movie character. You know why? Because we're always the fucking character. Because it's not a character, man. It's us.
It's exactly.
When this life ends, we are the ones in the grave, man. And it's like, you know what? Like, everyone's talking about you need some purpose to be around. And it's like, it is that. And the purpose is like, we all need something that's going to just, I'm sorry. The bottle of JMO was gone. But we
all need something to just keep us moving. and
we
to keep
do
us
because
grounded.
I need it, man. We could play a sick ass show. We could the record could be booming. And I'm speaking for me. I might be at home at the end of all that, and I still might be feeling like shit because I got my own shit, and I might be feeling like, And I know everybody feels that in some way, and everyone who tells you they don't, they're fucking lying. And it's like, all I want is to be the stuff that I do because I need it. I hope it's something that they need. I hope that by me getting off, by the gray man getting off, by the Pauly getting off, whoever's getting off, that everybody's getting off, because the whole world, I'm sorry, Jack Black, School of Rock, it's run by the man. The man. And the man wants you to work your fucking ass off and feel like everybody else. And every time you feel like you do something and you feel like you're doing something more and you're doing above, everyone's going to call you narcissistic. They're going to call you an asshole. But you know what? I call it having a good time. And those guys that hog it to themselves, those are the assholes. That's narcissistic. But like, no, like we're coming up and it's a community. It's not a band. It's not a fucking song. It's not a dude. It's literally a community. And if you're not in, then sit on the curb and jerk off. But we're all having fun.
And that's like exactly the whole point, you know, because it's
Stop being so fucking lame, right?
Stop being
Motherfuckers
lame.
need to stop being lame.
Right.
Stop being-
don't be soft.
Stop being scared of being yourself. It's
That's what I was
that.
about to say. Like, ruthlessly be who you are, right? Because that is the only way to success.
Hey, y'all some motherfucking Zudes right here. So let me fucking.
We're being zooted right now, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
Zudes, for
zooted
sure.
up.
That's definitely the Zude attitude for sure.
the
bro.
last comment was an hour and a half ago, so I know we're good.
That's okay. You can say anything.
But you know what? It's funny.
Except that one
me
word.
and the gray man, we've had some. I'm going to choose this carefully. We've had some experiences that they don't come out, and they fucking won't come out, but that me and this guy understand. And it's you know, when you come to our show and you listen to our song, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. I love hanging out with you guys because it's there's literally so much shit out of your control that will not make it fun. And when you hang out with us, it's going to be fun. And you know what? It's because we control that.
Yeah, then that's the point.
And we're done with not having fun.
Yeah,
you
like-
want to do that? Go to Six Flags and eat a corn dog. You want to? We're gonna go to Disneyland and have an orgy at the hotel.
Fuck yeah. And that's the thing, because when it comes down to it, we're entertainers, and this was something that, you know, it was an older. A couple through experiences through a few different bands that I've been in, and I realized like the whole point is like, if people can't fucking come out and have a good time, then why the fuck are you on stage?
Yeah.
Like that ego driven, there is an element, and we're obviously doing it for ourselves on one hand, but on the other, like if they're without, for every musician, there's a music enthusiast. There's somebody who loves to listen as much as the person loves to play.
Right.
And
Exactly.
and it's a symbiotic back and forth relationship.
You make a
have to have
win-win.
both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Make
and
a
that's
win-win.
what you're just saying about like people thinking, oh, that's narcissistic to, you know, have all this fucking rock star energy and be like, I'm the shit. But it's like, I've experienced the opposite. Me personally, where I'm like someone will come up to me after a show and they'll be like, oh, you played so great. You sounded so great. And then I'll be like, no, I should have done this better. I should have done that. But it's like, damn, that's almost like disrespectful to them. It's like they came out to your show to see you, and like
I've
they
been
think you
guilty of
fucking
that as
rule.
well. I've been guilty.
Yeah,
Like, I do
you're
that all the
deflating-
time.
like
Right.
deflating somebody's experience.
Because it's like you think
Yeah.
it's this weird almost like where you think you're being humble, but it's almost more narcissistic to be like, no. Because when you go like, no, I fucking suck, then it's like, then what are you saying to like that person in the crowd that like just picked up guitar? Then they're like, oh damn, if I went to this show and I saw this guy,
That's true
and
as
I
fuck,
thought they
man. I
fucking,
never thought of that, yeah.
I
It's
thought they
deflating.
fucking rule,
But-
and then
yeah.
they say that they suck. That means that I fucking suck. Like, that's not good. Like,
You know what, man? And you can post this one. I'm not too drunk yet,
bro, just
But
send it.
and it's how I met this guy. It's how we met Pauly. It's how I've literally met anybody playing music. My favorite fucking part of it is that this thing, it's literally gambling. And I like blackjack, and I'm not that good.
Me either, dude. I lost so much last week.
Our whole lives, we're gambling. And what are we gambling for? We're gambling for individual satisfaction. And it's that a lot of people, and I'm seeing it in my age group, and then like we throw it on romantic partners. We put it on the job. We put it on a fucking some sort of status that we can tell people. We all put this big hierarchy on this thing that we want. And the thing that I love the most is that no matter what anybody says, like that shit is not guaranteed. And to connect with someone and like to make a brother, to make a friend,
Right.
to like do this stuff, like to me that means the most, because I was always told to go to school and do this thing, and if you don't, get the fuck out. And I got the fuck out, and it's like
You're working on what you love. Like
I love it. And what I love about it is that I'm meeting people who also love just dreaming. I don't want to hang around a bunch of people who don't believe in dreams,
Right.
because if you don't have no dreaming in you, you're just sleeping, bro. You're just sleeping. And like,
that's a good point.
like you might work
man.
and jerk off, and believe me, like that's fun too.
I do that as well.
If you don't have a dream, there's no reason to keep going, because we live in a time frame, man, that everybody's done the things we want to do. Realistically, everybody's done what we want to do, but evolution, man, we want to do it better. We've seen what people have done wrong. We want to do it better. And if you don't have something that makes you want to keep going, I don't even want to hang out with you, man, because the thing I want might not even fucking happen to me. It might not happen to this guy and this guy, but it's that dream and that hope that's going to keep us trying. And trying is living, man. Everyone says, if you don't try, you do. Fuck that, man. There's a lot of things that happen to your ass.
Yeah.
And like,
Everyone goes through a lot of stuff, man. And like you're saying, without that North Star, like
you need a North Star, man. And my North Star has brought me like friends. And to me, like, I've thought about it. Like, we get a deal, whatever the fuck. Maybe we got millions of bucks. Maybe we only hang out when we rehearse and we tour. And it's like, you know what? Like, I'm sitting by myself. Yeah, I got all this money, but like, fuck that, dude. Like, I want people I can talk to, because I can't even talk to people that I thought I fucking grew up with. I can't even talk to them like that.
Yeah, that gets tough too, right? Because everyone starts growing apart and things like that. But again, that North Star kind of keeps you united, keeps you grounded, keeps you able to communicate.
Right.
And the real thing with that is without a North Star, you can't fall in love with the process of something.
Yeah.
And if you want to get
Definitely.
to an end zone, you have to be in love with the process of getting there, and you can't be stuck on the end result. You know?
And it's not drunk guy bullshit. You want to win an Olympic? There was fucking 3 years of training for something. You want to fucking win a
good
Super
example.
Bowl? You're making a team for 5 years. And I know Raiders.
Hey.
Come on. But literally, to the dude working and to the person who comes to the show, the guy who's working a warehouse, working a fucking gas station. These people, they have a family, they're working for it. Like, if you don't have this dream and you stick to it, it'll never happen. And I will be damned if I'm the guy that's going to conform like everybody fucking else and be like, change it. Because you know what? Recognize things, change them as you need to, but don't change that soul. Because I'll be honest, I struggle with the faith of something bigger. But there is something that we all have this calling. And I couldn't tell you what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is. But we all have something, and we all call it different things. But the matter of the fact is there is something. And so, like, who are we to rob that? And I would be damned if I'm the guy to rob that from fucking somebody.
Right.
And that's why, like, from day one of the show, I killed the fucking JMO.
But you robbed it from the rest of us.
That was wrong.
Chill pill.
This guy was fucking drinking the fucking JMO like Capri Suns, man. But
Well, when you get a little bit older, you get a little more refined, and you can just take your time. Jesus. Like the
We've been laying into the JMO.
This guy.
long story short, it's the
Eli's like, I'm not gonna drink this month.
I appreciate the relationships, because at one day, like, I hate to be the guy, but something's gonna happen to us that we're not gonna be able to jam on stage, and we won't be able to make a podcast. Like something, age itself is gonna do something to us, and to just make a connection, and to be in the nursery home jerking off, to look at your ass and be like, you know what, me and you got down on a level that had nothing to do with this shit.
Right.
To me, that's what it's about. And I'm thankful from whoever it comes from that the gift of to connect with someone fucking happens.
And that's where no matter what you're doing, where you are, what industry, whatever it might be, what you're trying to achieve, it's all about the relationships you build. Relationships lead to opportunities.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need people, man. You need a crew. You need people, and it's not roadies, it's not Sharpies, it's not anything. But it's people that just like you can talk to, and like this guy, I feel I'm trying not to cry, but I can but I can tell and he heard it literally on the trip today. Like I can tell you anything in my personal life, anything that it's like this guy in particular, like we're still trying to find the guy. Paulie, I need you to be the guy.
Paulie.
But no, doing too much pressure, but like there's pressure. But but like this guy, like I can literally tell this guy anything. And like me and this guy read each other like a book. And it's a thing that's not always like, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes we're wrong about things. Sometimes we hang out and we make a jab. Sometimes we might freak about something like any real band will.
Sure.
But it's like, me and he really taught me, as someone who's older than me, has taught me that like
A little bit.
you have a thing, you talk about it, because I am someone who is witnessed that you just run away, and you know what that's done me the fucking dirty. And this guy,
communication, man, you gotta talk it through. Like, that's what.
Yeah.
It's as individuals, we all go through tough shit, right? And when you talk about being in a band, you're also talking about being in like this dysfunctional family that you choose.
dysfunctional as fuck.
So everybody's going through shit. No one's really talking about it, but you're kind of talking about it, and it's a little awkward, but it's fun at the same time. It's family.
Yeah.
It's family, whether you like it or not, because there's, so many bands, you'll hop into something and, there might be a facade about it. Maybe the money's really good. Maybe the clout's good, but there's, no matter how good it is, even if you hopped into fucking, I'm going to name a band that has no relevance. If you got a gig playing guitar for the Eagles,
Irrelevant.
not on their ticket sales, but Glenn Fry, but if you got a gig for the Eagles, man, I guarantee after 30 days straight, you'd be done. You'd be done with it. And the reason is like that feeling of camaraderie, especially as a gun, that feeling coming in, like no one's got my back besides a fucking paycheck. And me and this guy, like we'll have our ups, we'll have our downs. Like if I'm being straight, like we have not made the money back that we have put in. Like, me and this guy
Yet.
are in.
That's the story of everything. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like anything where you got to invest for a really long time. And I saw a thing, like a meme that was explaining for musicians, there's like a triangle, right? You either have really good gigs, really fun bandmates to hang around with, or really good money. But you can only have 2 out of the 3. A lot of the time, like it's so rare to find that 3.
Yeah,
That's where most of the time.
I just need closure. The thing I was gonna wrap it is my favorite part, and it's with the fans, and it's honestly weird calling y'all that because like it feels like family. It feels like friends. Like building a big family is like the best part, and like I gotta cheers y'all to that. That's the best part.
I don't even have a drink.
It's okay.
Fucking get one.
I gotta switch the cameras, bro. Oh, okay. Appreciate you though.
What you were saying a minute ago, though, about people that kind of don't follow their dreams,
It's true.
and sort of give up. Okay, do you guys have music or musicians in your family, like parents or uncles and aunts and shit like that, like that play music?
Me.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. See, because like that's kind of the situation. That's kind of the situation. Like,
All right,
with-
I'm gonna need one of those.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off.
Pass
Keep
this man
going though.
one.
I'm sorry.
That's kind of the situation, like with my dad, right? Like he was playing with some bands, like in like the early '90s, kind of around the scene. And he was playing drums, and he's like really good drummer. And then he like broke his ankle and like fucked up his foot and like couldn't play drums for a long time. And then like I was born, and then basically that was the end of the music career. And that happens, and it's like not everyone can be a successful musician. As sick as it feels, I mean, just having one casino gig in a weekend, you're like, I did it. I beat capitalism. I fucking won. To make music, to play music and get fucked up and like smoke cigarettes indoors and get paid money to do it is insane. But also like I understand and I agree mostly with the people where it's like there's a lot of folks who just kind of take whatever the path of least resistance is and kind of give up on their dreams and just take that career that's pays the bills, but it's not that great. Oh, you got kids, you got a wife, you got responsibilities. These things keep stacking up and you're like, okay, I'm just going to be normal now and not try to do this musician shit. But I'm like, I respect that in a way. And I almost feel like it's my duty to like keep that moving, to do it even like, because I'm like, damn, I'm like, my parents, you know, they both had their ambitions and goals and things like in doing artistic endeavors and music and things like that. And it's like, they gave a lot of that up to provide for me to be able to have the things I need to have the opportunity. So I'm like, I can't really shit on people that give up. Like, you know, like there's a balance to it. Obviously there's people that just kind of, they have a talent and they just kind of fuck off with it. But then there's also people that like, they have a talent, but they also know they have to do what they got to do. But this is the point when you're in this point of your life, you're like, I have to send it fully, because it's like, you can always go back to fucking community college and get a goddamn associates in whatever.
Yeah, but you're touching on something really interesting there. Cause I think like expectation, like what's your definition of like success?
That is a great question. Yeah, like, I think everyone at this fucking table should answer that.
That's a good one.
Definition
because
of a success.
Because I would debate I get to fucking smoke a cigarette and have a drink in my casino and there's good people here.
It's not it.
Could also very much be it though.
Well, it just all depends on you. It's a very personal thing what success is. To me, I'm like, dude, if I can pay my rent and pay my fucking bills with music and not have to be a fucking DoorDash driver anymore.
That's so much pressure,
that's
right?
success for me.
That's a lot of pressure.
Because there's go a lot farther.
And a lot of ways to pay the bills though. And music can be your way of staying sane. It doesn't have to pay the bills. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like the pressure of like, it's got to be this big thing or I'm never going to do it. Man, I've seen so many talented people pack away their music because they couldn't figure it out how to pay the bills, but it's like, god damn, they packed away a part of their soul at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, but I mean, everybody likes to complain about, I mean, obviously like the economy, inflation, everything's fucked, sure, but also there's more ways now to monetize and do your thing and become a middle class musician. Great point. That just is a working musician. Like from the point that I started music, because I started playing live in maybe like 2017, 2018. And I was like, man, I got to use my normal day jobs to pay for all of this music gear and all this shit that I have to buy. But now that I have all this music gear and all this shit that I bought, I'm like, hey, I'm actually starting to make some okay money on some of these gigs. And now I'm using some of that money, putting it back into the fucking podcast and like starting that. So every time someone thinks like, oh, I have this thing, but it's never going to make me any money, it's never going to get me anywhere. Well, eventually it fucking will. And then that will pay for your next endeavor or whatever. And it's just like, it's just what you got to do these days. I mean, it's not the fucking nuclear family, white picket fence bullshit of the time 1950s that never existed, where it's like you just had a job and you paid for everything, right? That's kind of gone. You have to do a lot of side gigs and totally things like that to make it work.
But you can't lose your eye on the prize. And I think that's as much saturation as there is right now for a lot of guys like us that like, there's a lot of podcasts.
There's a million bands. There's a million fucking bands.
If you relentlessly keep at it over time, you're going to poke through because everyone else is going to give up.
So many people give up.
The best little piece of business advice I ever got was be the oldest guy on the block.
And you know when
the guy that's been around the longest, because everyone else is going to fold when the pressure gets hot. If you can stick through that shit and find a way to balance and keep it going in the long term, that's your path to success. Yeah. And that's where we're at with the band.
And you know what? The doctor man, and I feel like we've had these talks, in the fucking parking lot, Brock. Like success, it's not a fucking fine ass bitch, and it's not a fucking brand new 1957 Les Paul, even though that wouldn't be brand new. And it's not
new to you.
It's not a crazy bank account. It's not a crazy house. It's the for some reason we're all born with feeling like we need to do something, and it's that feeling that if you at least, it doesn't have to be the most glamorous thing, but if you have that feeling that's like, I'm doing what I was put on the earth to do, that's enough. Because the materialistic things, and I'm someone that like, I sometimes I think about these things and then they can happen, and it's like I still feel like shit. And it's like, it's not that. And it is the relationships. It's we all have, for some reason, we were all born with this feeling that we have to do something, and that do something has nothing to do with how much fucking money we make, with the cars we drive, the motorcycles we crash. It has nothing to do with that. But it's like, if we can go to sleep at night and feel like,
that's
we
the
helped
trick, man.
we helped 10 more people
Sleeping at night.
we helped
The Jameson
just
helps.
fucking sleep.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing. Like, it's finding purpose is part of the human condition. Like, and we're hardwired.
Everybody
look
needs
for
an
that.
outlet, and I need an outlet, and it's rocking. This guy needs an outlet, and it's rocking. And it's everybody, honestly, at this table has an outlet, and it's rocking.
Fuck yeah.
And it's like, I know for you, it's rapping. But it's like,
Well, it just goes to like the idea too, where it's like success and like finding like happiness and satisfaction with life. It's something that needs to be maintained. There's not just a single thing where you hit it and you're done and you're good for the rest of your life, and now I don't have to fucking lift a finger. It's like, it's never gonna be like that, period. Even if you could get top of the world and lose it all. We see it all the time. And
read that comment.
Oh yeah, Malibu B said some people have to be workers and not everyone has as big of dreams, and that's true. And it's like that's the thing. It's like
McDonald's needs employees too.
No, exactly.
We need strippers too.
But it's like entrepreneurship isn't everything, and that's kind of what it's touching on. Like, you can go clock in, and your dream can be like focusing on that family. It can be focusing on these other things, and it's not about worker bee.
I mean, one of my personal goals is like, I wouldn't mind having a wife and kids, and I feel like if I got to that stage of my life, if I got to that stage of my life, that would be my dream, to cultivate and to make sure that is a secure and stable part of my life,
amazing.
right?
No, exactly.
That's amazing.
That's
That's
what it's all
exactly.
about.
And so it's like even if that means you're fucking clocking in at the gas station, or you're clocking in at the factory, you're clocking in at the fucking whatever, just to maintain that, as long as you have the mindset that that's important to you and you're grateful for that.
Right.
Really, to me, the definition of success is if you have a goal and you work to achieve it and you achieve it, that is success. It doesn't have to be like Zach was saying, it doesn't have to be $1 million in the bank. It doesn't have to be, you're 1 million followers on fucking Instagram or whatever, having clout or all this fake bullshit that really doesn't really mean anything, right? It's like, it's really just you saying, I want this for my life, and if I can work towards getting that, and even if I die trying, then that is a life worth living, right? Because I was
100%.
given this life.
And it's for people like, I'm sorry, I don't know your ass, Malibu BB. Some people have to be workers, and not everyone has to have big dreams. But literally, and I would go to the grave on this, the whole reason we have these big dreams is to these people who are doing the shit. We all need something to get us through it. And for us, like, sure, we can work jobs, we can have this other avenues, which we fucking do.
We do.
I'm not saying we don't.
Yeah, we all pretty much clock
I'm
in
never
here.
saying we don't, but the whole reason we do it is for like, that comment strikes me as like, we need something. We're trying to give you something, and that's what it is, because we all need something, and that's the reason we do it. We're all workers. Alice Cooper's working on his makeup. We're all fucking working.
Well, and everybody likes to say that, oh, you musicians and you artists and you podcasters or whatever, oh, you're not really contributing to society necessarily, because it's like, it's not the same. It's not the same, obviously, as working on a fucking farm and like growing food or doing something integral to the infrastructure of society, but at the same time, every single time that you watch a movie, there's always a soundtrack. Every time that you watch a fucking TikTok or whatever, there's always a background music. There's always music or there's always entertainment involved somewhere in there, but it's just a very intangible thing that's hard to put a numerical monetary value on. You know what I mean?
It always takes a village, man. There's always a lot of people involved. There's always a lot of hands on deck. And, a little extension of what you were kind of saying, it's about the process, it's about doing it, it's about working towards it, it's about finding the love and working towards it. And I feel like I just want to reiterate that again, because I think we're all on the same wavelength of that, man. If any one of us 20 years from now is going to sleep well at night, it's because we gave it a full ass effort on the thing we wanted to try.
Yeah, I think it's all essentially just we live out our lives in the pursuit of seeking joy and bringing that to other people, however that may be for us individually. Yeah. So if stuff just doesn't make us happy, that's going to create a dramatic movement in our life and hopefully propel us forward. So. And
sometimes very small things can bring joy to people. When you just get really good customer service somewhere, that shit's hidden. When you go to fucking Chick-fil-A, you're like, I will overlook all of the fucking things that your CEO was donating money towards because you said my pleasure and I got a fucking semi and I'm gonna eat the fuck out this chicken.
She said, hey, that's what's all about. Touched me on the shoulder. Sold.
Wait, yeah. Hold up, but I have to say those pants they wear at Chick-fil-A on the women is something else. They know what they're doing.
You really know how to make a man feel pretty. Okay, can we ask you a question?
Absolutely.
You guys been asking us questions y'all the FBI. We got some questions.
What, man?
All right, go for it.
Do you have any?
Oh, you're gonna set me up like that? What in the goddamn fuck? So for you guys, what was the drive for the podcast? What's the inspiration? Why do you guys feel like it's something you should do?
Oh man, I actually think it was the sort of consensus that the world is going crazy and that we just needed to sort of talk about how fucking out of pocket things have been getting across the board as a society. So yeah.
I think our first episode was right after January 6th.
Shit, for real.
ZWB live in Tuolumne.
Wait, hold on though. Yeah. So you've been doing these once a week?
Yeah.
Since then?
On and off.
Almost.
63, but bro. Now, so that's gotta be.
Now we're sticking to the once a week thing from now. But
I think we hit our 2-year anniversary not too long ago.
Yeah. Actually, what's the date today? It might be it.
I think it was the 18th.
Yo, it might be. Look it up. Pull it up. Yeah, pull up a new cope. Because I think so 2020. Yeah, 20. I mean, we've all been friends since freshman year of high school. I mean, I've known this fool since kindergarten, and I've known them both since freshman year, and so we've all been friends since freshman year, and we just hang out every day, all day, to begin with. And we made music together. We had a music studio together at different points. And so, we'd always talk about all the stuff that we would talk about anyways and come up with all these wacky ideas for different fucking skits and different, shit we wanted to do. But we didn't want to be those people who are man, we had a good
January
idea.
26th.
January 26th.
26th will be the
about
2-year
10 days from now.
Wow.
10 days from now.
Almost there.
Yeah,
man.
Damn near close, though.
That's pretty sick, though. I mean,
wow, look at that.
We were in SAC rehearsal studios doing that episode, honestly. That was the days.
But, yeah, just it's we dig in on some really good shit just talking between us already, and we're all we should do a podcast because it's not like we're not funny and it's not like we're not talented, we can make it, we can make it entertaining, have some presentation and have it be supplementary to whatever we're already doing. Right. But then it took a lot of effort to learn how to
launch,
so, and I think we all got to explore a lot of different talents that we wanted to explore anyways with being a podcast, doing journalism or doing acting even or doing comedy. So, it's just this cool medium. It's a different medium. Podcasting is totally its own medium. And it was dope to get into a new medium altogether, So
Yeah, and I think particularly like the podcasting chit chat conversation thing is like pretty happening right now.
Yeah.
I think
It's fun.
People are interested in other people's opinions.
Yeah.
and it's
They
just like,
are, man.
sit down, get on a mic, and talk. Like I think getting as connected as you can be these days is the fucking most goddamn important. When like communication also seems to be compromised at the same time.
Doc, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
And it's purely out of curiosity.
Live on the cast.
What is your favorite part? Like, it'll take a sec. Think about it. What is your favorite part about playing in the band? Like your favorite part,
Get into the real question.
and it has nothing to do. Because I know you as a person, it has nothing to do with the materialisms. It has nothing to do with me. Like
Dude,
to
I know.
you,
I already
what
got
is
the
your
answer,
favorite
buddy.
part?
Like I think the favorite part for me is being able to backseat drive. And it's kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like because when I came into the project, like it was established. There's the Zach vision working towards something, right? And I've been in a bunch of different bands. I have my own personal music, got my own shit, right? But for me, taking a vision and bringing it alive, putting my own personal stamp on it is like music or not, maybe even business even. That's the fucking exciting thing. It's like we're taking this vision that we decided is a thing, we're fucking making it happen. Like that's the exciting thing. It's building. It's creating something from nothing. It's having an idea, bringing it to life, singing a song. It's drawing a blueprint and building it in real life. Like
Fuck
that's
yeah.
the shit.
Well, dude, and the group vision is what it's all about. Honestly, I'm about to start recording some new shit on Wednesday. And it's just so exciting. And what's cool about, like we were talking about, where we started the podcast was because everything's going so crazy in the world, because it was right during like COVID and like the election and all this crazy shit going on, and people get so divided over like politics and like social issues or whatever. But with music and things like that too, I'm like, I personally like have worked with a lot of artists who probably, if you sat me down in a room with them and like had me talk politics or whatever with them, I'd be like, disagree. But if it's like, if one of my bandmates or one of my people that I'm working on music with brings me a song and it's like, that's their vision, and it's like the lyrics are, about one thing, and I'm like, even if I don't agree with that, like personally, I'm like, or that's not my fucking scene, I'm like, I'm gonna write a guitar riff to that's going to sell that fucking message that you're trying to push, no matter what. Like that's what it's all about. It's about serving the purpose of the music rather than just being like, ooh, I'm right and I'm, because it's like whatever, it's like with Rage Against the Machine or whatever. But like people were like, I love Rage Against the Machine until I found out that they're so political. It's like well, yeah, motherfucker. They're fucking commies from the beginning, bro.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna ruin the shoot.
Do it.
Oh,
But
man. Let's go.
it's you'll cut the parts out,
Hey, this is all live. We're on air.
Yeah, but respectfully, fuck them. Okay.
Also, definitely.
We're all gonna be hanging out. But I want to say, horses are out of the barn, folks. ZWB is rocking. The ZUDECAST is rocking. Keep rocking, and we're gonna keep on rocking. Good night, baby, and we'll see you at 226.
All right. Excellent. Hey, one last time before we head out of here. Where can we find all of your music and all your social medias and all those kind of things?
Plug us.
www.zwbofficial.com.
Sweet.
That's
Fuck
very
yeah,
Let's go.
guys.
You're gonna find it there.
Opera House in Roseville. That's your next joint.
Next one in town.
In
Sweet.
town, but me and this guy, we're gonna be at the Motel 6 on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
You got a date, or you're gonna find one?
We're both working on it.
I think I need a Mars bar.
Excellent, gentlemen.
All right, boys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming on. It's been a blast. Y'all got the spirit
We
of
tried
it.
to hold on as long as we could.
Dude.
Yeah, y'all did excellent. Hey, let's get one more cheers for the camera, y'all.
Cheers for
the
ZWB.
Who would I be?
I guess we'll see y'all next time.
Shout out
those
to
who
the
are
Zach
still
Waters
here.
band.
I'll see you at
ZWB.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow clocking in, motherfucker.
Barely.
All right.
All right, my Zudes. We will see y'all next Sunday. Will be the next guest. Catch
All right.
y'all
Good
next
night.
time. Good night.